I took an entitled woman's cart full of groceries. So I'm at Target yesterday doing my weekly grocery run, and this place was absolutely packed, like Black Friday levels of chaos, but for some reason on a random Tuesday afternoon. I'm pushing my cart through the produce section trying to grab some bananas when I see this woman just abandon her cart right in the middle of the aisle. Her cart was completely full, like overflowing with groceries, probably $300 worth of stuff, organic everything, fancy cheeses, the works. She just left it there blocking half the aisle while she went to go argue with some poor employee about expired coupons. I'm trying to squeeze past with my cart when she starts screaming at this Target worker who couldn't have been older than 17. She's going off about how the store needs to honor her expired coupons because she's a valued customer and this is outrageous customer service. The kid is literally shaking trying to explain store policy while she's waving these crumpled up pieces of paper in his face. That's when I notice she's wearing a shirt that says Karen on it. I kid you not, like she was proud of it or something. So I'm stuck behind her cart for like 10 minutes listening to this woman berate this poor kid over maybe $20 in expired coupons. She's demanding to speak to a manager, threatening to never shop there again, the whole routine. Meanwhile, there's a line of people building up behind me who also can't get through because of her abandoned cart. Finally, the manager comes over, and this woman starts the whole performance again from the beginning, except now she's being even more dramatic, claiming the teenage employee was rude to her and demanding he be fired. The manager is trying to de-escalate, but she just keeps getting louder and more aggressive. That's when she made her biggest mistake. She looked right at me and the other customers waiting and said we were all witnesses to how terribly she was being treated. She actually expected us to back her up against this kid who was just doing his job. I looked at her cart sitting there full of groceries and had an idea. While she was busy ranting at the manager, I quietly grabbed her cart and started pushing it toward the exit. Nobody noticed at first because everyone was focused on the drama she was creating. I walked right past customer service, past the checkout lanes, and straight out the front door. I pushed that cart all the way to my car in the parking lot and started loading her groceries into my trunk. Organic strawberries, fancy pasta, expensive steaks, those overpriced gluten-free crackers, everything. I even found her purse in the little kid seat area with her keys and wallet inside. By the time I finished transferring everything to my car, I could hear her screaming from inside the store. She must have finally realized her cart was gone. I locked my car and walked back inside to see what was happening. She was having a complete meltdown at customer service, screaming about how someone stole her groceries and demanding they check the security cameras. The manager was trying to calm her down while she accused random customers of being thieves. She was spinning around looking for her cart like it might magically reappear. When she saw me walk back in, she immediately pointed at me and started yelling that I must have taken her stuff because I was the one standing behind her cart. The manager asked if I had seen anything, and I just shrugged and said I had no idea what she was talking about. The security guard came over and asked me to empty my cart so they could verify I didn't have her items. Of course, my cart only had the few things I had actually picked up myself: a pack of gum, some bananas, and a frozen pizza. They had to let me go. Meanwhile, this woman is getting more and more hysterical, demanding they arrest everyone in the store and review every second of security footage. She kept insisting that her cart had hundreds of dollars worth of groceries and someone must have stolen it. The manager finally told her that if she couldn't produce a receipt proving she had paid for the items, there was nothing they could do. She started screaming that she hadn't paid yet because she was still shopping when someone stole her cart. That's when the manager pointed out that if she hadn't paid for the groceries yet, then technically they still belonged to the store, not her. So nobody could have stolen her groceries because they were never actually hers to begin with. The logic completely broke her brain. She just stood there opening and closing her mouth like a fish while trying to process what he said. You could literally see the moment she realized she had no legal ground to stand on. Security ended up escorting her out because she wouldn't stop yelling and was disrupting other customers.